Today, from Toronto, Canada, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Toronto Mounties versus Derek Carr and the Denver Broncos.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game...
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years. And right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 63 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Hill on the return. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. They'll be led out by a man drafted in the 3rd round in 2019 from West Virginia. It's Will Grier.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Grier. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Grier to throw on 3rd and 1. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Greer looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On 2nd down, Jacobs. A 1st down and more for Jacobs. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating in the red zone now, Greer. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Greer. And he comes back with one complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Greer operating from the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Mounties have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the 1st drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that 1st drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the 1st one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. On play action, now Carr. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea. Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their 1st drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They fake the handoff, now Greer. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now it's Greer. Escaping the pressure right. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 35. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. 7 yards, the pickup there. Play action, now it's Carr. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. Again, it's Carr. Got a man open, that's Harry. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Carr completes it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Carr. This complete to Jones. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs, and they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Jones. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Carr to throw. Escapes the sack, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run the counter. It's Watts. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Here's Greer. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Greer sets to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. A powerful stiff arm, it frees him. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy at midfield. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Running it with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the 50, here's Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Here's Sam Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
On first down, Watts. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Forced out to his left. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big pickup there on the scramble. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. Throw left side, complete to Harry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Greer lets it fly for Thielen.
And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Jones on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Jones. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watts. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Now Carr. Short throw. This is Seals-Jones with it. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. nowadays an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Carr now on first down. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And that's caught left side. Seals-Jones with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to John Ross. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. To throw again. Short throw. This is Seals-Jones with it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 2nd down. It's Watts. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And it's caught.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Carr. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Here's Carr. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Extra point forthcoming. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. All square now. This one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Greer. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now here's a carry heading left. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield. So they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post. So Derek Carr in the offense. Down 16-13. A minute 56 to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Carr to throw. He'll find Metcalf. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
McPherson on for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. Throwing his Carr.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw there into the hands of Ross. Here's Carr.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Mounties add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And McPherson on for the extra point.
Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He finds his man. Complete. That's Watts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From just shy of midfield, Carr over the middle, complete. That's Watts. One final try now for Carr. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the home team here, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.